What's up guys, Freya and the Happi Camper Sam here, and I just thought I'd do a sort of review of Gamescom. In case you know, Joel and I went to Gamescom and I have really missed it since I came back from it. Just the fact that there were so many games and we had such a choice there, like new games or even old games. Like we played some bit of Halo 4, like some, like I think it was Champions League or something, which was pretty fun. And of course there was Battlefield, Call of Duty and FIFA 14, and the EA place was just like amazing. It was it was circular like thing in the middle, which was Titanfall, and then all around was just loads of really cool games. My favourite being Battlefield 4, most definitely. 2 games of that. I kind of wish we'd had more, but on the Thursday that we got there, we were really tired for the flight, so we got in for the flight, went to the hotel, like unpacked a little bit, got changed, went straight back out to Gamescom. We got there about 11 I think, and we had a mosey around, like had a look at all the different halls, and then we just settled on going in the queue for Battlefield, and it took us so long to get anywhere like in the line, like for it to move. It kind of seemed like it didn't move at all, which really does suck. We did make a friend though. I don't actually know what his name was. He was from Austria, and he had travelled by train. He had to make like 7 different changes and stuff. I'd taken him like 12 hours to get here or something. It was ridiculous. But he was really pleasant and kind of tried to persuade us from not leaving the queue and saying, oh no, it'd be so much worse tomorrow, like this is like, now you're sort of in, like you have to go for it. But in the end we were just way too tired and went back to the hotel room, and yeah, so we could have had 3 goes if we'd have really stuck at that. But we'd been in there for about 2.5 hours, and we moved, because the line sort of went zigzag like that, we probably moved like 2 little like aisles along, and we just couldn't, like we were still probably 10 from the front, and it was pretty ridiculous. On this first time we played that, I didn't do very well. Joel did quite well, he went pretty ham. What did we use? We used like just some of the assault rifles and some of the snipers. He went a bit more in detail with like the scopes and stuff, and like changing a lot of the stuff. I didn't really go through that much. I sort of found what I usually like and just sort of added on top of that. And then on the second game, he didn't usually do that, but I sort of went with an assault class. I think it was probably just a default. Maybe I changed a couple of like the aiming like to a red dot sight or something a couple of times, because literally everything was unlocked, so you might as well. And then I came to the team. Well, we were the losing team, to be fair, but I came to the team, and then the guy who was like observing us asked who came top of the team out of our team, and it was me. So he gave me a little like €10 off the premium Battlefield 4 pre-order, which I probably will end up doing. It is still quite a lot of money, but you get like a beta, a load of the DLC, which is really cool, which is the one thing that I'm a bit like, because I've only just got Battlefield 3, I'm not really too keen on buying like all of the maps. No, the Battlefield 4 is coming out in like a month or so, 2 months, so I probably won't get those. But it'd be really nice to have them on Battlefield 4, like with all the friends playing it. I think I will get it on PC, definitely. That was easily my favourite game there of like all of them. The game that we played most was FIFA 14, because there were so many like consoles you could play it on. You could play it on Xbox One, obviously, Xbox 360 and PS3, and we played on all of those, and actually that was really fun. But they literally had so many, and because the games are only I think they were 8 minutes long for us. Like if you drew, obviously you could do penalties and extra time and stuff, but nobody really did that. And we did it on 1 game, which is quite fun. And their line just moved so quickly, which was really good, because if we just were waiting for the Battlefield line to go down, or waiting to go on Call of Duty when it was a little bit quieter, we just sort of went in there for a few matches, and it was actually quite fun. I think I said in our before video that I wasn't really looking forward to going on that very much, and that I was heading over to Sims 4, and that's actually one game that we didn't check out because Joel was a bit like, there wasn't really much to do. And to be fair, like we saw on the screen, you could literally just create a character. You couldn't even go to the home menus or anything, couldn't do any of that. There isn't an online feature on that, which does suck, because I thought that'd be a pretty good idea to put something like that in, but obviously they didn't because they make the Sims game. But yeah, I thought that'd be kind of a feature that they would put into the 4th game, because I can't really see how much you can make a jump like from The Sims 3 to Sims 4 without something major like that, because like graphics can sort of only go so far. But yeah, FIFA 14 was good. I actually beat Joel 3 times on that, which was great, and I don't think he expected that. Actually, it was one time on all of the consoles. I beat him on the Xbox One, I think just by like 1 point or something, on the Xbox, just 360, in penalties, which is good, and then on the PS3, and I don't really play PlayStations. I'm not used to the controllers, and he says they're better, but obviously I'm just a pro at FIFA, so sorry Joel for beating you. What else did we play? Oh, Call of Duty I thought was great. Joel didn't think it was so great, but I did like the game type that we played. Was it Cranked or something? I wasn't great at it, but I think, to be fair, for the first time of playing it, like, you're not going to be amazing at it, which is where when you get a kill you have a certain amount of time to get another kill, and if you don't get that kill you will explode, and every time you get a kill I think you get faster and faster, which was pretty funny when you got like, when you were on like a killing spree, like you killed 3 or 4 people and you just zoomed everywhere. Like I did find it quite difficult. I don't know whether it's meant to be like a plus to it or like kind of set you back sometimes, because like your sensitivity is just like crazy. But yeah, it was really fun. I can't remember what the other game type was called that we played. It was on the same map, which was a bit of a shame because I was kind of looking forward to checking out, like, well, if they were allowing us to have all the different maps, I was kind of looking forward to seeing a couple of those. But yeah, we played on the same map. I can't remember what the game type was called, but basically there was a little teleporting places. I didn't really play objective on that. I just thought I'd check out the guns at that time. I didn't really like that one so much, but the map was pretty cool, and there were like a lot of kind of different ways that you could go. It wasn't like there was a main building where sort of all the action happened, but that was literally just because of the objective. But there were other places that you could go, and you probably just run into people who were sort of thinking the same thing, like, oh, I'll go around there, get like behind their spawn or something. So that was really fun to play. We went to the Metro, and actually I've got some things to show you from there. Sorry for the noise. So I got a little Gamescom lanyard thing. I paid for this one. I got another, it's not here, but I got a Killzone one, which is black, and it just said Killzone on it in white. Which was just thrown at us. I didn't pay that. I don't really know where that's from, to be honest, but yeah, we got it anyway. I also got a t-shirt from the Metro, which is actually inside out at the moment because I'm using it as my pyjama top. Yeah, which is actually really nice. I did get a small, and it was rather small because I think German people are rather skinny and stuff, so yeah, it's a little bit tight, but it's better than being too baggy. I also got this €10 off thing. Joel got a little Battlefield lanyard, which I'm really jealous of, but it doesn't give him any money off Battlefield 4, which is I guess it's kind of a result. And we got some other free lanyard, like neck things. One for some German company that I've no idea. We were just in the PC hall, like next to Razer or something, which had an 8-hour queue just to play on one of their laptops. Like literally, there were signs saying how long it's going to take, and there was an 8-hour one, like where people were queuing up, and I thought it was just crazy. Like, I don't really know much about their products, but I don't think it's worth like waiting 8 hours just to play on a laptop. Like, you guys might like know more about them than me, but from what Joel explained, like, it doesn't seem that great. It doesn't seem 8 hours worth of your time just to play one game on it or something. We also went into like one of the PC gaming halls, and there was a massive, was it League of Legends? I think it was League of Legends, or like Final Fantasy or something. Like a massive commentary going on there, and like all these professional gamers just like sitting at the front. Like you could see all their like screens and stuff, like people giving them hints and tips on what to do, and I was just like, that is one area of gaming that I just haven't gone into, like that sort of area. I'm more of like sort of, I guess, your more mainstream like game types, like obvious ones, and like first person shooters and stuff, which I do enjoy more. We also tried to get into Armour 3, I think it is, because Joel is quite keen on Daisy, which actually I've been introduced to quite recently by him, and it's not actually that bad game. I didn't think I'd enjoy it so much because it's like completely real time, So it takes a hell of a long time to like run to places and to like get all the stuff, and when you die like you lose everything and it takes so long to get to places. But actually it's really fun when you're playing in a group. But the queue for that was crazy. They had like this tiny weeny little box, like really really small compared to everything else, and people just queuing like all around, like sort of the queue was overlapping, so we didn't really go for that. Kind of compared to the size of the thing that shocked me a lot, kind of compared to Eurogamer, which is the place we went to last year, it is absolutely massive. I don't think I was really prepared for all the queues there, because they were just crazy, and the amount of people there were just like, there were so many people. We also went to the Destiny booth, which wasn't to actually try out their game. We did think it was going to be before we went in, but in fact they showed us so much of gameplay, and people like right down the front. I think there was a guy and a girl who were just playing through one of the first missions, explaining to us kind of what the game was about really. It was by Bungie and Activision, so kind of a bit Halo-y and a bit COD-y. And we got some cards, which are in German. Again, like most of like the booklets, well, all of the booklets and stuff were in German, which isn't great because we can't read it, but they are sort of unlock things for when you buy the game. You get like little fun things that you can unlock, like different characters or guns or whatever. And the playthrough of that game looked really good. I didn't think it was going to be my type of game before we went in, but when they played it through and kind of showed you all the missions, like I think it looks really good, and especially like the sort of multiplayer element of it, like the campaign, like co-op stuff. It looks really good. So that's probably another game that I'm going to be getting. The queue for that was quite long, but they did let a hell of a lot of people in at like one time, because we went into like a small little booth before you went in to watch the real gameplay, which I guess like they'd sort of have two groups of people in at once, or like let the people have a little bit of a break before they like carry on showing like the same gameplay. That must have got a little bit tiresome. I think we went on like the Saturday, or maybe even I think it was the Saturday, so we must have had to play that through loads and loads. So if they'd got it wrong, that might have been a bit embarrassing for them. It was really nice to meet a lot of like other people that just like the same games as us, and also one YouTuber, Vicstar, who I found, like, he put on Twitter or something that he was by the Battlefield booth, or he was in between the two of them, because there were two. We only went on one of them though. We went on the one on the right hand side, which was the new games type, which was really good, and I really enjoyed playing. I did want to go on the other side, and the one on the left hand side, but I honestly can't remember what game type that was. I think it was a different map to what we were on, because we were on the Little Islands one. But every time we seemed to go there, like, they closed off the queues when they sort of thought there were too many people, and then so we'd come in and look and be like, oh my god, the queue's really like far down, but literally like every time I saw that place, like you literally couldn't get into it, which they kind of sucked. But yeah, we met Vicstar, and he tried to get us in with the fast pass to Titanfall, so thank you for that, but it didn't work, unfortunately. The guy was like, no, you can't bring people in with our fast pass themselves, which they kind of suck. But thank you, Vicstar, anyway, for kind of letting us do that. Yeah, so we had probably kind of 3-4 days of games. The Thursday and the Sunday weren't great, because the Thursday we were just so tired, even though it was really enjoyable to go there and like have a look around and like just experience it all, but we were just too tired to really play anything, apart from I think we played FIFA. That was like the first game we played, and probably the last game we played there, just because of the queues. The queues were great. And then Sunday, because we had to fly out, we couldn't get in the queue for Battlefield because it was just been too long, and then we probably would have been late like for the cab at the hotel or whatever, because it just took so freaking long. But yeah, I've just really enjoyed it, and I'm really missing it. I just want to go to loads of them now. Like, we're definitely going back next year, like, no doubt about it. It was really good, and it was definitely worth, because we booked it quite early. It wasn't too expensive. It was definitely worth all the sort of palaver around it. But yeah, it was really great. But next time we go, I think we'll probably try and learn some German, because it was very difficult when we were like ordering food and stuff. We know like numbers, but like, and I knew thank you, but I didn't know please, which is bitter apparently. When I asked the guy at like the crepe store or something, and the crepes there were just amazing. They're like Nutella little pancakes. They were so good. I really miss those. That's really sad. I'm missing food that was at a games convention. That's probably not the best thing to be missing about it, but yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, we'll learn some German definitely before we go there, and because we went into one restaurant and the lady serving us, or the man serving us, whatever, didn't really didn't know much English, which to be fair, like, it's understandable because she's German and they probably don't, it's not like a really touristy place that we went to eat. So yeah, we'll try and learn some German. We'll get a bit more up to date with the language. Yeah. And we also went around, just around to the places like to the cathedral and stuff. We didn't do as much as we hoped there, just because like we were too addicted to the games at Gamescom, and yeah, the queues didn't really help. But yeah. So yeah, that was our experience at Gamescom, and we are definitely hoping to go next year, maybe with a couple more people. But yeah, it was really amazing. Like, if any of you guys are thinking of going and sort of like don't know whether you want to, like, definitely go. It's so worth it. Like, I really enjoyed it. And when you are allowed to film the games, like a lot of them you're not allowed to film, because like it's fair enough, because they are like new things and they only give like some people are allowed to film on, like probably like famous YouTube people. But yeah, we're allowed to film some of FIFA 14, which is great, and I think just with the gameplay of that, he's also going to put the game like playthrough of Destiny up, which will be good if you want to watch that. I think it might have been the same one as another convention, maybe like E3 or something, but yeah, if you want to watch that, he'll put that up soon, and with all the other vlogs and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll enjoy all our videos on all the games and all our vlogs and stuff. So yeah, thanks guys, bye!